All right, in this video, I'm going to go through the three things that we learned by scaling this HVAC company from $3 million in revenue to $8 million in revenue in 3 years. So usually I don't share exact customer information or numbers to keep it confidential, but this company recently sold, so we actually no longer work with them. And the owner posted a great Google review about our company and he shared numbers. And so he said it's totally fine to share this type of information. So here's his review. I used Flash Consulting for over 5 years. In that time, Phil and his team helped me take a $3 million company to over $8 million in the last year. His knowledge and expertise when it comes to marketing, efficient, blah, 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 blah. So really, I want to focus on the 3 million to the 8 million last year. So we worked with him from, I've known him for a long time, 5 years, but we've worked with this company from the beginning of 2020, so right before COVID, about February-ish is when we started working with him. And then we just stopped working with him 2023 February because he sold the business. And so I'm going to share with you the three takeaways that we uncovered and the catalyst between over 3 years going from 3 million to 8 million in a business. So this business is an HVAC company, but they also do electrical services and some light plumbing work. And so I'm going to kind of show you some of the tools that we implemented in their business to help them grow quickly. So you can see they have a decent Google business profile. The website that's currently up is not the one that we had built. When they sold the company, this company took them over and they redid this website, which, I'm not for it or against it. Some of the things that we had previously was we had a chat widget over here, which led to a lot of leads. And then we also had this online scheduling through Service Titan and Schedule Engine, which basically what this allows you to do is to schedule services online, which is really nice. For some reason, their button's not working, but that's what happens sometimes when you switch companies. But so let's get right into it. The top three things that we learned are, the first one is retargeting is crucial and stacking services. So with this company, when we first started working with them, they were heavy in HVAC world. They had, service contracts. They had an electrical division. It was kind of getting up and running. It was running decent, but it wasn't anything crazy. And what we found was that there was a gap in the market where we could cross-sell services from HVAC into electrical and utilize the current database that we had to get more customers. So the way that this works is, over here in our Flash customer journey funnel, the retargeting side, all these customers and even prospects that have come into the business are just sitting here in this pool of customers and people, contacts. And so what we did was we put together a strategy to do a monthly newsletter where we can cross-sell services. And then we also put together text message marketing campaigns to help them get in front of their customers quickly and then ultimately lead to online scheduling, which again, I mentioned before, they had online scheduling. So then retargeting, bring it all the way back into the funnel and slowly build a snowball while also layering it over here. So the first thing, if you're not doing retargeting to your past customers, if you're not even just saying like, hey, you got your carpets cleaned 6 months ago, now it's time to get them cleaned again, also look at stacking other services. So if you do carpet cleaning, maybe there's opportunity to do carpet installation. Or if you do air duct cleaning, maybe there's an opportunity to do kitchen hood cleanings or whatever it is. You don't want to get too crazy, right? Maybe you partner with another company and it's another revenue stream. But with them, a lot of times with HVAC, when you're installing things, you need an electrician on site to help with installations. And so it was natural for them to grow to the point where they had an electrician on the staff. And then people started asking about generators and do you do this and do you do that? And they started to slowly build. And they really built heavily through generators. So they were also selling HVAC and then they also were selling generators. So it was in tandem. A lot of the same customers that are buying really high-end HVAC units are also going to be interested in generators and then also the generator service and that kind of stuff. So first lesson was retargeting is crucial, stacking services, coming up with a strategy to get in front of your target audience. The second thing is one of the best marketing tools is a great product or service. So naturally, this company was so good at delivering a high quality, great customer service experience with the HVAC side of things that when they introduced another product or another service, it was very easy for customers to say, oh, well, I had such a great experience over here. I might as well use them for this service. And this is kind of, people might say, oh, it's not really a tactic or a marketing strategy, but it actually is, because what we found is that it's really hard to market a bad product or a bad service. you're going to just keep spinning your wheels and trying to get more transactional, run more ads, get more stuff, run more ads, get more stuff. When if you actually have a great product or a great service that helps companies or helps people, then they are going to be the biggest advocate. And when you go and stack services or you retarget them, they're going to say, yeah, I liked working with them. Let me bring them back again. And so really this company specifically focusing on just honing in your processes, honing in a great experience, ultimately led to explosive growth for this business. All right. And then the last thing here that we have is good data makes good decisions. And this was huge for them. So when we first started working with them, they had a really, really old CRM, client relationship manager. It was on their desktop. It wasn't web-based, so I wasn't able to access it. And they didn't know their customer acquisition costs. They didn't know how many new customers were coming in every month. They didn't know how many calls they were getting to conversions, to book jobs. They didn't know any of their numbers. And so once they switched over to the CRM that they're using now, which there's a bunch of them out there, but Service Titan is the one that they're using, which is the top of the line one. They got very clear data in the reports that we were running and in their own reports. So I'll just give you an example of some of the reports that we were running for them. So each month we were looking at how many new customers came into the business. We talked about retargeting, but we also want to make sure that our marketing channels are generating new customers and where are these new customers coming in. And so over here, we're able to see if we had 100 customers come in, 100 jobs, how many of those were new customers, how many of those were returning customers, and where did the new customers come from? That is really great information to know, because if you're trying to grow your business, you need to know if your marketing is actually bringing in new customers or it's just repeat customers. Then we were able to dial in and say, okay, if we got 100 new customers and we spent $10,000 on 100 new customers, then we're spending $10 or whatever the number, $100 per new customer. And so we know that our customer acquisition cost is X amount of dollars. So then if we just layer on more ad spend, then presumably we'll get more customers based on those numbers. And then the last thing is the conversion numbers. This is a huge one for companies. Let's say that you get 300 calls a month and you book 100 jobs. You have a 30% conversion rate. What this conversion numbers allows us to do is to figure out if you're converting at the right percentage from a lead to jobs booked. Also, when you run jobs, are you actually converting them into sales, and so on and so forth. So good data makes good decisions. If you do not have good data, then you're just flying by the seat of your pants saying, oh, I'm going to throw money over here. Oh, I'm going to try this. Oh, I'm going to try this. And then you don't even know if it actually works. And you just think that things are working, but you don't really know and have clarity of what is actually working. So good data makes good sense. So those are the three things that really, if I distilled it down, took this company from 3 million and 8 million to 8 million in 3 years. We were an integral part in that. If you're looking to scale your business and you're at the $1 million mark or around there and you're kind of stuck, you don't really know what to do, we work with local service businesses to help them increase their sales and keep their schedules full. We do digital marketing and technology consulting with a layer of CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, into that. So it's really consulting first, working with companies to help them grow, basically. So if you're interested, I'll put a link down below. You can schedule some time to talk. If not, hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.